Hello, everyone, and welcome to the YouTube channel of Get Set Law by IMS. This is your verbal ability mentor Sanjana ma'am, and let's solve another quick vocab learning session today. Now, keep in mind that the exercise that we are going to solve today, the exercise we're going to practice today, is based on odd one out. Now, for the first 4-5 sessions on vocabulary that I have done, you must be aware that I'm coming up with questions on synonyms, right? Now, this one is a slight bit of a change in that I'm going to give you one word, and then obviously that word is going to be followed by a set of 4 options. Now, 3 of those options are related to the word in a way, right? And the one that isn't is going to be the odd one out. So, what I'm going to teach you today is learning words through word clusters, which I think is a very impactful way of boosting your vocabulary. And let's dive straight into the session. The first word today, which I'm sure is going to be relatively new for a lot of you here. So the word is kitschy, and that's how you pronounce it. Now, when something is kitschy, it's very showy, in a very loud way. Commonly, we use the word tacky to describe it. It's a good synonym for the word kitschy. So something which is very gaudy. I'll give you another word for it, right? So it was a very kitschy party, right? People were wearing kitschy dresses, right? So it's very showy and in a loud way, something that is gaudy. Now, in a similar vein, it can also be used to describe something which is extremely sentimental. It's very emotional, right? Although in a very loud way. Okay, so ostentatious is a very good synonym for the word kitschy. Actually, ostentatious is when something is very show. So the Ambanis party had a lot of ostentation to it. It was very showy in a way. Another word for this will be glitzy, right? And then flamboyant is also something which you should include in the list of kitschy. Flamboyant is again a lot of show, right? And then you have panache, but panache actually means style, right? To do something in panache, is to do something with a lot of style. It seems almost effortless, right? And it seems quite, on point. It seems classy. So don't you think panache actually is not related to kitschy? In fact, it's quite the opposite of it. And what about maudlin? Maudlin again refers to something which is very sentimental, often in a loud way. And therefore, maudlin is also that will come within the ambit of the word kitschy. And therefore, the correct odd one out here is going to be panache. Take a look at the next word. Now, this word is putrid. When something is putrid, or let's just say this food is putrid, it's become stale. It has a very foul smell of sorts, right? It's gone bad. And fetid is a word which is again related to putrid, something that has a fetid smell. That thing has become quite stale, right? Odious is also something which is very unpleasant. Okay, but does it exactly mean putrid? Not really. But odious is something that has some unpleasantness to it, right? Invidious is a word which actually means, you're feeling particularly not so pleasant about something. There's this bit of jealousy around it. So being envious of somebody is, there's this sort of feeling of envy or jealousy, which I'm not saying comes close to putrid, but still, let's take a look at the word innocuous. Now, innocuous means harmless, something that doesn't harm you. Now, how to solve this question is essentially we already know what putrid means. We have already located that fetid is the exact synonym for putrid. But the word odious and invidious also have a negative tonality to it, while innocuous is something which is not harmful, right? It's harmless. And therefore, the odd one out in terms of the tone of all the words mentioned here would be innocuous, which is option B. That's how you're supposed to learn such things. Odious is again unpleasant, something that you cannot really put up with. Let's take a look at the next word, which is otiose. Now, if something is otiose, it is not quite required, right? So, when you're going overboard with something, you can use the word otiose. It means something which is not required, right? Doing more than is necessary, going overboard with something. Now, consummate means to complete something, to bring something to fruition. All right. So that's the meaning of the word consummate, although I'm not still zeroing in on any of the option as a correct option. Inefficacious is something which is not impactful at all, which when we say that a certain thing is OTOs, it is not necessary, right? Can we say that by extension, it also means it's not required, it's not going to be impactful, therefore inefficacious would come within the ambit of OTOs. The word superfluous literally means redundant. So superfluous and redundant are quite the synonyms of each other. right? Redundant is going overboard with something. If a particular phrase is redundant, it's been spoken multiple times. There is no need to have that phrase here. Same is the case with superfluous, right? Being very superfluous is using more words than is necessary. And therefore, the best word that's going to be the odd one out, which is not related to OTOs, which in fact has a different meaning to it here, is consummate. Because consummate means to bring something to a state of perfection, to bring something to a state of completion or fruition. And therefore, the correct odd one out here would be option A. That being said, let's take a look at this word harangue. Now, harangue is a bitter speech. You're trying to criticize somebody through that speech, right? So, harangue means that. And let me tell you the beauty of this question. Now, diatribe, launching into a tirade against somebody, and polemic, all of this actually means the same thing, which is harangue, which is a bitter verbal attack, right? A bitter verbal attack on someone, right? You're criticizing them, you're reprimanding them, you're upbraiding them, you're chiding them, right? It's a diatribe, polemic, you're launching into a tirade against somebody, and therefore, eulogy, which actually means, a song praising somebody. Simply put, to eulogize somebody is to sort of sing in someone's praise, right? So eulogy is appreciating somebody. It's quite the opposite of these words here, right? Which is harangue, diatribe, polemic, tirade. And therefore, the correct odd one out here becomes eulogy. Let's take a look at this word, which is sordid. Now, when you are sordid, you are quite dishonest. You're not sincere, you're immoral, right? So there's this element of deception, insincerity to it, right? Look at the word mercenary. Mercenaries are people, let's just say, who are very money minded. Simply put, their motivation is, earning money, which I'm not saying exactly means sordid, but still, let's take a look at other words. CD also means not moral, right? You're immoral as a person, you're dishonest as a person. Altruistic is the belief in, others' welfare. You believe in everybody's welfare. You think about others, right? And then we have the word rapacious, which means greedy. So if you actually take a look, CD, rapacious, mercenary, all have a negative tonality to it. These three words have a negative connotation in a way. They also would mean, by extension also, that somebody is not having sincere motive, while altruistic is the exact opposite of sordid, and therefore C is the best odd one out here, right? So that was it. It was the first time we're doing an odd one out session, right, of this nature. And for the next sessions also, I will ensure that I'm coming up with more, questions on odd one outs and antonyms and perhaps close test as well. Hope all of you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.